Drifta and Friday afternoon, and I want to take you out the bush and show you some of the Silky saws we've got, show you how good they work. So I'm trying to take the old Black 47 Trippy for a run, and I've got a track out the back here I know of, pretty well overgrown, and we should be able to give you a good rundown on the Silky saws, and yeah, see what the track's like up there. So it's a good old truck, this one. I used to have one of these years ago, drove around Australia and lived out of it for a couple of years. When I was over in America, 15 years ago, driving the stock trucks, my boss over there, Claude Miller, had these old trucks, and these are rough old things to drive. And he said, son, don't try and steer these things, just herd them back into the middle of the road when they get to the edge. And that's what it's like with this old truck, you know. You don't worry about steering too much, just get it back to the middle when you get to the edge of the road. Afternoon, and the track's very overgrown. It's sort of an old four-wheel drive track, and it's become really a motorbike track. We're at the eastern side of Gloucester. One of the reasons we come Friday afternoon is don't want to run into any motorbikes. They come flying around the corner, and so being Friday afternoon, less chance to run into some bikes. We don't really want to do that. And we can drive all the way to Bulahdelah from here. Alright, Cotto, this is it, eh?
Yeah.
Just chuck it into low.
And then cross. Yeah.
Now we've got a couple of max tracks with us, but pretty steep some of this country. What we've got to be careful of is we don't run off the road or slip off the track. It's fairly dry, but I don't have a winch with us, and as long as I keep her on the track, we should be okay. That we'll find somewhere where there's a log across the track, and if there is, we'll jump out and we'll cut it out. So I suppose we'll just keep going until we find something. It's been 10 years, or about 10 years since I've been up here. We're just going to poke along here pretty slowly, see what happens. into a single lane motorbike track, but you know, the bike, oh shit, the bikes like it when we come through because, you know, we do clear the track a bit for them. Here's something here. Righto, well, you know, I could push through that, but we might as well clear it out. That's what we come for. If you're in any normal vehicle, you'd have to clear that. So let's have a look. I'll show you something the Kaido's made up. This is the 82 model with the push cut-off. And Kaido turned that up on the lathe there the other day and stuck it on, so it's a nice little bit. Watch this. Hey, not many trucks have got that. Alright, let's have a look. Yeah, so Peachy's put a set of drawers in for us, and we've just chucked some of our Silky stuff in here. And that's what we got. So that's the Katana boy. That's the Yoki axe, they're calling it. That's the little Gom boy, the big boy, and the Nada. So that's pretty much a solid bush knife. You know, it's a beautiful tool. It's sort of something you can, if you're camping, you can play around with. You can make bush furniture. You can chop wood with that. You could use that as a bit of a machete. You know, look at that. Now if you wanted to make a walking stick or something, you know, a tree like that, you could cut that out. You could make a nice walking stick or a bit of bush furniture. You could definitely split wood. Good way of chopping it is to put it up against something else. That's the Nada. We'll have another look at that later. That's just a cool knife to carry around, you know. Beautiful case. It's got a aluminium plastic case. That's the little Gom boy. That's a nice little size. That's a medium teeth, which is fine for you know, a smaller saw like that. If you've got a snow pig fire pit, that's fine. You know, you can cut up most of your wood with that. A lot of the snow pig fire pit wood, you want about that round. They've got a lock piece on there. So little case with that one. That's the big boy. Selling a lot of these. That's sort of the most popular. That's got the large teeth on it, the red handle. These handles are beautiful. It's special plastic made by Silky in Japan. It's quite rubbery and grippy, very tough as well. Now, you know, that there, you can clear a really good log with that. This is the Yoki axe. Got a beautiful case, same rubber handle. You can see that there. So this is really, if you're coming through here in your 200 series, you know, you want to clear a bit of that scrub away, and that's what that's for. Beautiful blades, so well balanced. You know, I've carried a cane knife before, long machetes. But long machetes, the problem is when you hit something, it just runs off the end of the blade. And the cane knives are just a little bit too light. You know, so that's going to be very springy. That's a tree. But this is, yeah, if you're going for a scrub and you've got lantana over the track, you can see how sharp they are. You can sharpen them up. Yeah, if you're exploring, you know, especially on the coast, exploring coastal tracks, that's what you need. Having a hook on the end is very important, because it means that whatever you're cutting is not going to slide off the end. Okay, if you did that with a long machete, it just slides off the end. And also, that, like I said, that rubber handle is beautiful and balanced. I love the case on it. It's got a plastic insert. Look at that. You know, you can wear that on the hip if you like, but you don't really need to. And of course, this is the ultimate katana boy. Yeah, it's got a lock nut on it. Look at that. If you go camping and you want something to show your mates, nothing really comes past that. That's got the extra large teeth on it. It's a long blade. I think it's a, I can't remember, 450, 500mm blade. The thing with this though, it's got the long handle on it, which gives you a lot more reach as well. You know, and I mean, that is a weapon. If you're out camping out in the middle of nowhere and you got a bunch of yobbos turn up giving you a hard time, well, just pull that out and they'll be running. So we'll leave that for the moment. Beautiful case too, look at that. You know, nicely branded. This is top quality. There's nothing better than the Silky saws in that type of tool. On that one there, we'll just use a little gomboy. Right, if you're on a bush track, you know, you got something like that, you've got a chance of cutting it out. Let's have a look. So that's dead really, and it'll cut through that, no problems at all. Now these, of course, Japanese, they're a pull saw. You can see the teeth there, only working on the pull stroke. They don't do anything on the push stroke, and that's what you want. So you've got no risk of breaking the blade. Now this is a bit of acacia, this. Very, very hard. I'm not pulling that, you know, I don't have to work hard. When you're with any tree at all, you have to be super careful. Something's not going to split, fly back at you, hit you in the face or anything. You can see that's opening up. That means that's going to drop. We're not going to jam the blade. If you see, all you're doing when you're cutting something is watching that cut. If it's closing, then you got to pull it out and come from the bottom. If it's opening up, then pretty much that's what you want, because that means this side's dropping away. There we go. So, just get rid of that. Probably chop through here. Now that's not a very big log, so if you're out in the bush and that's across the track and you can't drive over the top of it, then that's going to pull you up. So you might be just out for a picnic, for driving, whatever. If you don't have a saw or something, you know, you might go out in the bush and then the windy day and it blows over behind you and you can't get back. A lot of storms around at the moment as well, so if there's a storm, trees come down all over the place, and this can literally stop you from getting to where you're going or stopping you from getting home. So you've got a four drive, you really need at least something like that, and that's much easier than a chainsaw. The problem too with chainsaws is that I've carried a chainsaw always with me in the bush up until now. They're bloody fumey, you know. They roll around the back of the truck and you've got to carry spare fuel. Chainsaw's no good, you run out of fuel. Whereas this here, you know, you get the katana boy, you got a big log, you run out of puff, sit down and have a cup of tea and back into it, you know, you can get through it. But if you run out of fuel on chainsaw, it's useless. So you really got to carry, I normally carry a small container of fuel. Doesn't matter how carefully you pour the fuel, you're always going to have fumes, and that means you got to have your windows down and it just stinks. So You know, carrying one of those means you don't need to have a chainsaw. And if we go forward driving in the bush now, we don't even worry about it. So, righto, we'll keep going and see what else happens, eh? What we want is a really decent log across the track. Something like that, that's just a lantana vine or a vine. Now we can push through that, but they're pretty strong, and if they hook up on your aerial or your mirror, yeah, you rip them off. So I'm going to get the Silky Yoki, which is a curved machete, and we'll chop through that. So you can stay there and I'll show you. Oh, good little track cover, isn't it, eh?
Yeah.
This is perfect. Just what we wanted. This old 47 series just loves this sort of track. And you know, for the bike riders, nothing better than flying through a single track like this. When there's vines and scrub and shit all over the road, it's just crap, you know. So it's good that we can sort of clear a bit of that. Oh. Picked up that stick there. Really careful with sticks sticking up underneath. You know, the 76 we got air lines for the lockers. Old truck like this doesn't matter so much. You got brake lines you can snap, but it doesn't really matter so much on this. But you know, if you're in a good vehicle, even a small stick, if you hear a dragging, you got to pull up straight away because you can do a lot of damage. I hope we can find a spot to turn around, Carter. One thing I'll be really careful of too here is sticks are going to poke in the window. You know, they can literally spear you. They're coming towards you, it's hard to see them. Somebody might have cut them off before and a truck's been through this way and a stick can come through the window. It's very dangerous with you know, kids and yourself, you know, you've got to be really careful a stick doesn't stick in through the window here. So, I don't know, I might be able to just push him over the bull bar, do you reckon?
Yeah.
Here's the other thing you can do. Chop him out for me?
Yeah.
love this old truck, loving this, eh? Sitting in town there for, you know, a few weeks just doing the Snow Peak Mile run. But this is what it really wants to be doing. I hope we can get through here, Cotto.
Here's one. Got that one out.
What are the features on this beautiful old truck?